So in essence, what I want to do is to produce a natural sugar that you can have in-house, available to have to use to recipes as your own sugar replacement. What this recipe book does, it gives you some core ingredients to have at hand to make in advance to make the other recipes, and this is really good. What we're going to make today is a date syrup, and this is really easy, and all it comprises of is getting some dates which are really high in fibre but have a really natural sugar. Dates are pretty much a natural source of sugar, and that's what we call an intrinsic sugar. So although we're softening these in some boiling water for an hour, we are in essence going to be making something that's processed, so it's going to be converted from an intrinsic sugar to an extrinsic because we're extracting those sugars. But at the same time, this is more natural because we're actually keeping the goodness in the fibre and the naturalness within that, rather than the highly processed, white sugars. So I do recommend to have like black molasses or date sugar syrup instead and use that. But I think the most important thing is just to move away from having drinks and food products where sugars are combined within a water, because if you were going to fill that up with white sugar and try and eat that, it wouldn't be pleasant. But when it's dissolved in water and that other flavour's put in there, it's almost disguised, so you're going to more or less consume those calories without acknowledging it and tricking the brain, and that's how we have obesity epidemics and things like this, which we're now backtracking from this damage we've done over the century. So I think this is brilliant. I really do recommend. I do literally say take nutrition with a pinch of sugar. I think it's very important. We start eating less processed foods, less meat, and less sugars, and eating whole, organic foods, and I think this is what we need to move into. In order to make date syrup, it is really easy. The core ingredients you need is just the dates, some hot water, and a lemon, and that is all you need. So what we're going to do here, I'm just going to take the half a litre, 500 ml of the water, and we're just going to submerge the dates into there, and just leave that just to simmer just for an hour. Alexa, set the timer for 1 hour.
1 hour, starting now.
While I'm letting that simmer, I'm just going to cut up the lemon and juice this. Right, so we've just removed this from the heat. It's been simmering for an hour, so I'm just going to leave it in the sink in some cold water just to allow that to cool before we add it to the processor. Once that's done, we've got a ready sterilised container for the date syrup. So now this is cool, we're going to add this into the processor. Perfect amount to do just this size processor. Then we're going to add the lemon juice, make sure there's no pips in there. And then here we have it, the date syrup. Will look kind of gloopy at this stage because it's been exposed to a lot of air. A lot of air has been put into the product. So what we're going to do is just going to transfer all this into here, and it fits just perfectly into one of these containers. So just trying this, it is a real natural sweetness, and you can see why food manufacturers are now considering using this in terms of product innovation. But it's a fantastic product and great thing to have in advance to move away from using extrinsic sugars which are processed and having something that's more natural. And this is great for things like sweets, sauces, cooking, general recipe, an absolute essential thing to have in advance. So enjoy.